So we are in multiple integral. So in this lecture we will discuss some more examples of multiple integral and we know how to evaluate that multiple integrals. So let me recall some rules to evaluate multiple integral, and we will deal with only a double integral right now in this lecture. So we have 2 or 3 rules. So let me recall that rules. First rule is what? You have to identify the limit. Which limit is of which variable. Once you identify the limits, that this limit is a limit of this variable and this limit is a limit of this variable, then you integrate with respect to that variable whose limit is variable, and then you integrate with respect to that variable whose limit is constant. And always we have given one limit is one limit is variable limit and one limit is of constant limit, or both the limits are constant limit. We have not both the limits are variable limits. So let us start with one example. So we start with simple example and then we move for some difficult examples. So let me consider first example. So first you evaluate double integration over R. R is a region 4 minus x minus y to dx dy over the region R, where R is given by 0 less than or equal to x less than or equal to 2 and 0 less than or equal to y less than or equal to 1. So actually here region R is described in this way and limits of x and y both are given. So here limit of x is 0 to 2 and limit of y is 0 to 1. So both the limits are constant. So our region is a rectangular region. Okay, so let us say this I is equal to double integration 4 minus x minus y dx dy over R. So it is double integration 4 minus x minus y dx dy, and limits of x are 0 to 2. So limits of x are 0 to 2 and limits of y are 0 to 1. So it is 0 to 1. So if I want to draw the region, then it is like this. X is 0 to say 1 and 2 and y is 0 to 1. So x is 0 to 2 and y is 0 to 1. So it will be like this. So this is my region of integration. So I want to integrate this function over this rectangular region. So here limits of both the variables are constant, so we can integrate in any order. So let us first integrate with respect to x, then with respect to y. So integration 0 to 1 with respect to x. So whenever we integrate with respect to x, so we treat the remaining, means other variables, to be constant, and here the other variable is y. So y will be treated as constant. So it is 4x minus x square by 2, integration of x is x square by 2 minus y is constant, so y x, and limit 0 to 2, so dy. So here now we replace the limits 0 to 1 and we put the limit of x. So you replace x by 2 first, then it is 8 minus 2 square is 4 by 2 minus x is 2, so 2y minus 0. Now you replace x by 0, then all the terms contains x, so it is 0, 0 and 0. So it is 0 minus 0 minus 0 into dy. So finally what we get, it is 0 to 1, 8 minus 4 by 2 is 2, so that is 6 minus 2y into dy. So now it is simple integration. Now you integrate with respect to y, so it is 6y minus y square by 2, but 2 and 2 will get cancelled, so we left with 6y minus y square, 0 to 1. So now you replace y by 1, upper limit, that is 6 minus 1 minus y is 0, so it is 0 minus 0, so final answer is 5. So in this way the answer is 5. So here the integration of this function 4 minus x minus y over this region R is 5. So this is very simple example of multiple integral. So now let us see one more example. So second example is evaluate double integration, and limits are pi by 2 to pi and 1 to 2 x times cos xy into dy dx. So here again limits are given and both the limits are constants. So let us start. So here I is equal to integration pi by 2 to pi integration 1 to 2 x times cos xy dy dx. So here limits of y will be 1 to 2 and limits of x will be pi by 2 to pi. So both the limits are constant, so we can integrate first with respect to both the variable. If we wish with respect to x, then we can integrate first with respect to x. If we want first with respect to y, then we can also integrate first with respect to y. But see, if I integrate first with respect to x, then I have x and cos xy. Both the functions contain x. So I have to use here product rule, and if I integrate first with respect to y, then this function x is constant with respect to y, so I can take it outside the integral sign, then it will be easy. So let us first integrate with respect to y. So it is integration pi by 2 to pi. Now first with respect to y, so x is constant, and integration 1 to 2, so integration of cos will be sin xy, and now here x is constant, so you can see it is like 2y, so sin 2y integration cos 2y is sin 2y divided by 2, so here we have to divide by x, and we have already x is there, so limit is from 1 to 2 into dx. So x will get cancelled, so we left with pi by 2 to pi sin xy. Okay, so let us put the limit also at the same time. So we replace y, so y by 2, so it will be sin 2x minus sin y by 1, so it is sin x, and x will get cancelled. So what we have, this is dx. So now again, now it is simple integration. So it is what integration of sin is minus cos 2x by 2 minus integration of sin is minus cos x, and limit is from pi by 2 to pi. So we have this thing. So finally this is minus minus plus, so let me write it is cos x first and then minus cos 2x by 2, and limits are from pi by 2 to pi. So now it is what, cos pi minus cos 2 pi by 2 minus cos pi by 2 minus cos 2x, so pi by 2, so 2 to cancel, so it is simply cos pi by 2. So finally it is cos pi is minus 1 minus cos 2 pi is plus 1, so 1 by 2 minus cos pi by 2 is 0, and minus minus plus cos pi is minus 1, so minus minus plus and that minus 1, so we have minus 1 by 2. So it is minus 1 by 2, minus 1 by 2 is minus 1. So and minus 1 is minus 2. So it is negative 2. So final answer is this one, minus 2 of this integration. Okay, so now let us go for third one. So third example, you evaluate double integration over r x under root 1 minus x square dA, where region R is given by 0 less than or equal to x less than or equal to 1 and 2 less than or equal to y less than or equal to 3. So again here limits of x and y both are constant. So our region is rectangular region, and you can sketch the region also. So again here we can integrate our function in any order with respect to x first and then y, or with respect to first y and then with respect to x. So here I is equal to double integration over r x under root 1 minus x square dA. See, sometime dx into dy, dx into dy is also written as dA. So sometime it is given. So dA means dx into dy. So this is what double integration over, okay, x under root 1 minus x square, it is dx dy. So limits of x are 0 to 1 and limits of y are 2 to 3. See here the integrand is only function of x, there is no term y. So let us first integrate with respect to y, then all this quantity is constant. So what I have, integration 0 to 1 x under root 1 minus x square is constant. Now integration of 1, now if I consider this into 1, so integration of 1 is y and limit of y is from 2 to 3 and we left with only dx. So first we integrate with respect to y. So now what we have, it is 0 to 1 x under root 1 minus x square, it is 3 minus 2, 3 minus 2 is 1 into dx. So it is 3 minus 2 is 1. So let me directly write, it is what, it is 1, no need to write, fine. So it is dx. Now x under root 1 minus x square with respect to x. See, if you forget about the under root, then 1 minus x square. So its derivative, derivative of 1 minus x square is minus 2x, and here we have x. So let us make this arrangement 0 to 1. This is simple trick of integration, and you learned this trick in 11th 12th science. So it is minus 2x and divide by minus 2. So multiply and divide by minus 2, and here we have 1 minus x square raised to plus 1 by 2. I can write in this way, right? So now we know this formula, probably it is minus 1 by 2, and I hope all of you know this formula, integration f dash x into f raised to n x dx is equal to what? F raised to n plus 1 x divided by n plus 1, where n is not equal to minus 1. So you compare this thing with this formula, then our fx is 1 minus x square, n is 1 by 2, and derivative of fx is f dash x, and in our case it is minus 2x. So it is minus 2x here. So everything is in this format. So we can apply this formula, and by applying this formula, what we have, 1 minus x square raised to 1 n plus 1. So 1 by 2 plus 1 is 3 by 2 divided by 3 by 2 and limit is from 0 to 1. So now you just substitute upper limit and lower limit, then see 1 by 2 will get cancelled, so we left with 3. So let me take 3 outside. So what I have, it is a minus 1 by 3 and 1 minus x square 1 2 0, so you replace 1, so 1 minus 1 it is 0 minus now 0, then it is 1 raised to 3 by 2, so it is 1 raised to 3 by 2. So it is what, minus 1 by 3 and it is minus 1, so the answer is, final answer is plus 1 by 3. So integration of x1 minus x square over r, where r is this, means again rectangular region, my answer is 1 by 3. So again this is a very simple example. So now let us consider one more example. Example number 4, you evaluate integration 0 to 2 integration 0 to x square e raised to y by x into dy dx. Okay. So here I is what? I is integration 0 to 2 integration 0 to x square e raised to y by x into dy dx. So here limits are 0 to 2 and 0 to x square. So you can see here this limit is variable limit and it is a function of x. 0 is a function of x, we can consider constant is a function of x, and x square is a function of x. So this limit will be what? It will be a limit of y, and this limit, and we have two variables, so now limits of y are now decided, it is 0 to x square, so the remaining limit will be of x. So here limit of y is variable, so according to rule we will integrate first with respect to y. So to integrate with respect to y, we will treat x as a constant. So in this term y by x, so 1 by x is a constant. So integration 0 to 2, and now integration of e raised to y by x is what? E raised to y by x divided by 1 by x. See, you consider e raised to y by x. Now 1 by x is constant, 1 by x is what? It is some constant. Let me say it is 2. So it will be what? It is something like e raised to 2x, or let's say x is 2, so it is 1 by 2, like this. So it is y by 2. So now integration of this thing is what? It will be what? E raised to y by 2 divided by 1 by 2. So like that it is 1 by x, and limits is from 0 to x square into dx. So it is integration 0 to 2. Now you substitute the limits. So instead of y we put x square, so it is x square, so x get cancelled, so it is e raised to x, and 1 by x is already there. So it is okay, fine, 1 by x minus y is 0, so it is 1 by x. So we have this thing into dx. So x will be 1 by x is common, and 1 upon 1 by x is x, so it is x times e raised to x minus 1 into dx. So now it is simple integration with respect to x. So here we have to use the product rule, so u and v. So x will be as it is. Let me say this is my first function and this is my second function, then UV rule, you apply the UV rule, then what I have, x and e raised to x minus 1 as it is, then minus derivative of first function, that is 1, and integration of the second function, that is e raised to x minus 1, e raised to x minus x. Sorry, I did some yes, that's fine. X is as it is, this function is as it is. Now derivative of sorry, I have to consider like this. Okay, you just split it. You can say here it is integration 0 to 2 x e raised to x dx minus, this will be simpler, into dx and 0 to 2. Now you go with this x e raised to x dx. So this will be what, u, and this is your v. So x as it is, integration of e raised to x is e raised to x minus derivative of x is 1, and integration of e raised to x is again e raised to x. See, if I consider that, then the integration of first I get integration is e raised to x minus x, then e raised to x minus x square by 2, that term will get complicated, so I make this. So now derivative of 1 will be 0, so we stop here, and limits is from where to where, 0 to 2. Now minus integration of this is x square by 2 from 0 to 2. Now let us substitute the limits. So now first x is equal to 2, so what we have, 2 times e square minus x is 2 e square. Now x is 0, so x is 0, so this term is 0 and this term is 1, minus 0 minus 1, so that what we have, first thing. Now this x is 2, so it is 4 by 2, it is 2, and 0, then it is 0. So finally 2 e square minus e square is e square minus minus 1 plus and minus 2, so finally it is e square minus 1. So that is my final answer. So in this example, the limits of one variable, that is y, is variable, and limits of x is constant. So now let me give one similar example. Now example number say 5, then you evaluate 0 to 1 and 0 to x. Limits are 0 to 1 and 0 to x, and e raised to y by x dy dx. So yes, e raised to y by x, that's fine. So this is a similar example, there is no more change, 0 to x and 0 to e raised to y dy dx. So you try this example in the homework. So you do in the homework, then just for your verification, the answer will be e minus 1 by 2. So you just verify. So you do this example in homework. Again, the limit of y will be 0 to x, it is variable. So first you integrate with respect to y, treating x as constant, and then you integrate with respect to x, and on simple simplification you will get answer is e minus 1 by 2. Okay, now let us see one more example. Example number I don't know what is the number, let me see. This is my first, second, third, fourth, fifth, and now example number 6. Example number 6. See, you evaluate integration 0 to a, integration 0 to under root ay xy dx dy. Okay, so here I is equal to what? I is integration 0 to a, integration 0 to under root a y xy dx dy. See, here again one limit 0 to a is constant and 0 to under root a y. So this limit, upper limit, contains variable y. So this limit is variable. Now this limit contains variable y, so that will be the limit of the opposite variable, that is x. So now limit of x is decided, so now this will be my limit of y. So now here I have to integrate first with respect to y, then with respect to x. So this is what integration 0 to a. Let us integrate first with respect to x. So y will be constant, so y is as it is, and integration of x is x square by 2, and limit is from where to where, 0 to under root a y, and we left with dy. So it is what now 0 to a. Now 2 is constant, let me take it outside. Now put the limit in place of x, so it is y into under root ay square is ay, and y is already there, minus, now put x is 0, so it is 0 into dy. So it is integration 0 to a y square by 2 into dy. So now a by 2 is constant, take it outside, and integration of y square is y cube by 3, 0 to a. So it is what, 3 to 6, so a by 6, a cube minus 0, so it is what, a raised to 4 by 6. So that is my answer, a raised to 4 by 6. So in previous example the limits of x are variable, limits of y are variable. Here limits of x are variable and y constant. And first, second, third example, both limits of both the variables are constant. So we have these are variety of examples. Now let us consider one more example. So this is my example number 7. You evaluate integration 0 to a and integration 0 to under root ax minus x square plus y square dx dy, or you may say dy dx, doesn't matter, whatever here it is given, dx dy or dy dx, but we will decide the limits according to rule that if it is a variable, a limit of x is variable, then it will be function of y, and if limit of y is variable, then it will be function of x. So let us see this example. Integration 0 to a and integration 0 to, let us first decide the limits. X square plus y square dy dx. See here limits, this limit 0 to under root ax minus x square, it is a variable and it is a function of y. So this will be a limit of variable y. So it is a limit, it is a function of x, so it will be a limit of y, and so this is 0 to a will be limit of x. Now first we integrate with respect to y, so x will be constant, so x square is a constant, so it is what, it is s square plus so it is some constant plus y square. So let us integrate with respect to y first. So it is 0 to a, so x square into y, it is constant, say it is set 2, then integration of 2 is 2y plus y square, integration of y square is y cube by 3. Now, and limit is from 0 to under root ax minus x square into dx. Now it is what, integration 0 to a x square under root ax minus x square plus ax minus x square, this quantity cube, that is raised to 3 by 2 divided by 3, and minus, now you put y equal to 0, so this term is 0 and this term is also 0, so no need to write, so we left with this only dx. Now it is a simple integration, it is only function of x, but it seems some complicated, but it is very easy. See, you take this substitution, you take x is equal to, from this term ax minus x square, I get some idea that if I consider x is equal to, say, a sine square theta, you take x is equal to a sine square theta, then my dx will be what, it is 2a sine theta into cos theta into d theta. And also, as x tends to 0, x tends to 0 implies, see, it is 0, so sine square theta is 0, so sine theta is 0, so theta tends to 0, and x tends to a implies theta tends to what, so x is a, so a cancel, so sine square theta is 1, so sine theta is 1, and so theta is pi by 2. So as x tends to 0, theta tends to 0, and x tends to a, theta tends to pi by 2. Also, let us evaluate this portion also. So what will be this ax minus x square? So ax minus x square is what, a into x, so it is a square sine square theta minus x square, so it is s square sine raised to 4 theta. So here you can have s square is common, so s square sine square theta is also common, and it is 1 minus sine square theta, so it is cos square theta. So this quantity ax minus x square is s square sine square theta cos square theta. So you just substitute here. So what I get, so this is equal to integration 0 to, now pi by 2, 0 to a becomes 0 to pi by 2. Now x square, so x square is s square sine raised to 4 theta. Now under root ax minus x square, ax minus x square is this, so under root of this is what, a sine theta cos theta, so it is into a sine theta cos theta plus ax minus x square is this one, so raised to 3 by 2 power, so this raised to 3 by 2, so 2 will get cancelled, and we have a cube sine cube theta, a cube sine cube theta into cos cube theta, and already we have divided by 3, and all this into this into dx, and my dx is 2a sine theta cos theta, 2a sine theta into cos theta into d theta. Okay, so now you just multiply this term with these two terms, then what we have, so it is integration 0 to pi by 2, 2a into a square, that is 2a cube, sine into sine raised to 4, that is sine raised to 5 theta, sorry, already I have here a, so let me calculate this also. A square into a is a cube into a is a raised to 4. Okay, then sine raised to 4 into sine theta, that is 5, and this one is, so it is sine raised to 6 theta. Now cos theta into cos theta is a cos square theta, plus now this is a cube into a, that is a raised to 4, and it is 3 and 2, so it is a 2 by 3. Sine cube into sine, that is sine raised to 4 theta, into cos cube into cos, that is cos raised to 4 theta, and all these thing into d theta. So I think this is simple calculation. Now here I have product of sine and cos both. So what can I do? So let me use this formula. What I have, this cos square theta is equal to 1 minus sine square theta. Let me use this formula. So it is what, 0 to pi by 2, 2a raised to 4 sine raised to 6 theta into 1 minus sine square theta, plus 2a raised to 4, let me write this term here, plus 2a raised to 4 by 3 sine raised to 4 theta into cos raised to 4, that is cos square, but cos square is what, 1 minus sine square theta and its square into d theta. So I have this thing. So now it is what, it is 0 to pi by 2, 2a raised to 4 sine raised to 6 theta, you just multiply, minus 2a raised to 4 sine raised to 6 plus 2, that is 8 theta, plus, see now 1 minus sine square theta, so this 1 minus sine square theta will be what, it will be 1 minus, this is what, 1 minus 2 sine square theta plus sine raised to 4 theta, a minus b whole square. So I have this expansion, so you just multiply this term with these 3 terms, so I get 3 terms in this way. It is 2a raised to 4 by 3 sine raised to 4 theta minus 2 into 2, 4 a raised to 4 by 3 sine raised to 6 theta plus 2 a raised to 4 by 3, 4 plus 4, that is sine raised to 8 theta and d theta. So I hope this is clear. So let me remove this. So it is just simplification. So now do we have some like terms or not? So this is what, 6 power, and in every term 2a raised to 4, a raised to 4, a raised to 4, a raised to 4, a raised to 4, that is fine. So every term has a raised to 4, and this 3 3 3. So we can do something. So let us take 3 is LCM. So it is integration 0 to pi by 2. Now let us go from higher to lower, that is this. So it is 2a raised to 4 by 3, and this is minus 2a raised to 4 by. So here 3 is LCM. You look at these 2 terms. So it is minus 6 plus 2. So minus 4a raised to 4 by 3 sine raised to 8 theta. Now you look at this 6 power term, this one. Then it is 2a raised to 4 and minus 4a cube by 3. So it is 3 to the 6, 6 minus 4, it is plus 2 a raised to 4 by 3 sine raised to 6 theta, and the last will be 2a raised to 4 by 3 sine raised to 4 theta, and whole into d theta. So we will not forget this. Okay, So now we have only, now these quantities are constant, 2a raised to 4 by 3, 2a raised to 4 by 3 and 4a raised to 4 by 3. These three quantities are constant, and we have only sine raised to 8, sine raised to 6 and sine raised to 4. So now it will be easier than this. It contains both sine and cos. I may have direct formula from here also, or let us go with this, is also fine. Okay, so now we have one reduction formula, so let me recall that formula first. You recall this formula. See, if you have integration from 0 to pi by 2 sine raised to n theta d theta, then I have this two formula. See, if n is even, then it is like the n minus 1 into n minus 2, n minus 3 and so on to 1. So whenever n is even, you start with n, then reduce 1, then again reduce 1 in denominator, reduce 1 in the numerator and so on. You end with 1 by 2 into pi by 2. And if n is odd, then again the same way, n minus 1, n minus 2, n minus 3 and so on. You will be left with 3 and by 2. And no need to multiply pi by 2, we just multiply 1, means there is nothing to multiply. So we have this formula, and the same formula is for integration 0 to pi by 2 cos raised to n theta. For both we have this reduction formula. I hope you know this formula. We have learned in think semester 2 or semester 1. So you can apply this formula here for sine. So this will be what? So now let me continue. This is my I. So now I is what? Minus 4a raised to 4 by 3 integration 0 to pi by 2 sine raised to 8 theta into d theta plus 2a raised to 4 by 3 0 to pi by 2 sine raised to 6 theta d theta plus 2a raised to 4 by 3 0 to pi by 2 sine raised to 4 theta d theta. So it is minus 4a raised to 4 by 3, and you apply this reduction formula. Here 8 is even, so here what I have, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 into pi by 2 plus 2a raised to 4 by 3, and here what I have, 6. So again 6 is even, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 pi by 2 and plus 2a raised to 4 by 3, and what we have, 4. Again 4 is even, 4, 3, 2, 1 into pi by 2. So we have this thing. So now it is just remain to simplification. Here a raised to 4 is common. Now 3 by 4, 1 by 2, pi by 2, 3 by 4, 1 by 2, pi by 2, 3 by 4, 1 by 2, pi by 2. So that thing is also we can take common. So it is what? A raised to 4 into 3 by 4 into 1 by 2 into pi by 2, that thing is common. So here it is minus 4 by 3 into 7 by 8 into 5 by 6 plus here is a 3 is also common. So let me take this 3, and here 2 is also common. So let me take 2 is also common. So here this term is just minus 2, right? Okay, so now 2a raised to 4 by 3 is common. So this one is also common. So we with 5 by 6 into 3 by 4 is already common, and here 2a raised to 4 by 3, all the things are common. So it is just this, right? Okay, so now here 2 to cancel, 2 2 cancel, 3 cancel, so it is pi a raised to 4 by 8, 4 into 2 8, and it is what, 2 cancel, so it is 3. So okay, don't cancel with this 6, it is with this 4, so it is minus 7 by 4 into 5 by 6 plus sum of these two terms will be 11 by 6. So again 6 is common, so pi a raised to 4 by 8 into 6 minus 35 by 4 plus 11, and it is finally pi a raised to 4 by 8 into 6 minus 35 plus 44 by 4, and this will be pi a raised to 4 by 8 into 6 into 35 plus 44, 9 by 4. So 9 will get cancelled with this, so it is 2 and this is 3, so it is 3 pi a raised to 4 by 64. So 3 pi a raised to 4 by 64. So let me, yes, so that is my final answer, 3 pi a raised to 4 by 64. So it contains little bit calculation, but see here we have direct formula also, that sine raised to m theta into cos raised to n theta, that is m plus n. You have to see m plus n, then you reduce m plus n minus 2, m plus n minus 4 and so on, and in numerator m minus 1. So you just recall the formula what I have here for cos raised to n and sine raised to n. There is also reduction formula for sine raised to m into cos raised to n. Again limit is from 0 to pi by 2. So you can apply direct here also, and then also you will get the same answer. You do yourself that way. So here we have considered some examples in which the limits is always already given. The limits are always already given. So in some examples both the limits are constant, or in some examples one limit is variable and one limit is constant. So in the next lecture we will see some examples of multiple integral in which the limits are not given directly. We have given region, but region will be described in some fashion, that region is bounded by y equal to x square and y equal to x and x axis, like that. So you have given region in terms of the bounded by some curves. So in that case we have to decide the limit first, and to decide the limit you have to draw the region. So you have to sketch the region roughly, and for that you should have some basic knowledge of y equal to x square, parabola, lines, circle, etc. And we sketch the region, and then we will decide the limit of the integration. So we'll see that thing in the next lecture. So we stop this lecture here. So thank you.